Hey everyone, Terrence here, and it is WrestleMania season, it's WrestleMania weekend, and I am excited for it, even though the vibe going around is like, this is not going to be the best WrestleMania. You know, they're using terms like lame and mid and everything else like that. I do admit that compared to last year, which was here in Philadelphia, it is a lot tamer. Um, there isn't that much excitement as it was last year. There we had so much great stuff going on. But I think the card is solid. I think it is a solid card. It's not the card that I would want for this year of WrestleMania, but nonetheless, it's still a good card. It's still a good card. So I'm gonna go over my thoughts and predictions um, of the card, both nights, night one and night two of WrestleMania. So anyway, let's begin. So we're gonna start off with Rey Mysterio versus Grande Americano, which is Chad Gable. We know it's all Chad Gable. I'm excited that Chad Gable does have a one-on-one at WrestleMania. I kind of wish it was as Chad Gable, not as this new character. This was put in last minute, but it's always good to see Rey Mysterio do a one-on-one match. And again, I'm a big fan of Chad Gable also, and he can put on a match with anybody. He's in great shape. He's a great character. He's a great speaker. So I'm looking forward to this match. I think they're going to give it to, I think Chad is going to win this one. We're going to move on to the New Day versus the Viking Raiders for the World Heavyweight Tag Titles. I think that the Viking Warriors are going to win this. I am not a fan. I keep saying Warriors. Anyway, I'm not a fan of the Viking Raiders, and I'm not a fan of this new version of the New Day. I thought they was going to be like meaner and edgier or something like that. And they are a little meaner, but they're not that much edgier. They just, the New Day, you know what I'm saying? They still a little goofy in my opinion. And I was a huge fan of the New Day. But I thought this heel turn was going to turn things around for all of them. But I don't know. Like I said, I think the Viking Raiders are going to win this one. The next match is Jade Cargill and Naomi. Okay, so this feud has been crazy. You know, it's even crazier on social media than it is actually in person. In person, they just attack each other and stuff like that. But verbally, the stuff that they're saying on social media has been nasty. I wish they said this stuff on TV. Anyhow, I think that Jade is going to win this. She needs to win this. She needs to look dominant, and she needs to get her revenge. But I think after she wins, she's going to get jumped. I think it's time for the Meta Girls to be called up. I'm fantasy booking here. But the Meta Girls get called up, and they align themselves with Naomi, and they make some sort of like trios team. But yeah, I think Jay is going to definitely win this. And I think it should be a good match, though. Next, we have LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. title. This, too, I think it's going to be a great match. Jacob is super duper over. He's an over-ass guy. And do I see him winning this? No, I don't. I think Solo and the other boy, I forget his name, but Solo and the other boy, you know, they're gonna cause Jacob to lose some way somehow, and then they're gonna turn on him. This is gonna have Jacob turn face. We should see. I mean, we're gonna see, but I do think that Jacob is gonna leave that water ass down version of the bloodline, and do better things. No, now speaking of nasty, Charlotte versus Tiffany for the WWE Women's Championship. Yo, the words that they have been saying to each other have been so hurtful, so nasty, so mean. Especially Tiffany to Charlotte on a personal level and everything. I think it was needed because a lot of folks weren't looking forward to this match. I'm a Charlotte Flair fan. I enjoy her work. I enjoy her promos. I don't get the hate. I do like Tiffany. I like how she is coming up, and we needed, you know, new young blood or whatever to be inside the title picture, and I think she's perfect for that fit and everything. So I think this match was supposed to happen. I was one of the people like, all right, cool, this should happen. But there's a lot of people online that are totally against Charlotte winning anything or even still being with the company. That's weird to me. I think Tiffany wins this one. I want her to win it. I want her to win this though. But it should be a good match nonetheless. Moving on to the next one, we have Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. This is another one. that people have been bashing online, to build up and stuff, saying that Jay's not ready and Gunther is boring. I don't think that Gunther is boring, but I do feel that Jay is not ready. I thought he was going to have like a Daniel Bryan thing with the yes movement and the yes stuff, but Daniel Bryan can also back it up in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? For me, this Jay has some issues with wrestling. I don't find him very exciting. He's exciting in a tag team, but as a solo wrestler, I don't find him exciting at all. As a solo character, as a solo act, I feel that he's a little bit too old to be doing and saying the things that he does. Especially this past Monday, that promo was really uncomfortable for me. As a man who's damn near 50, seeing Jay Uso, who is 40, I believe, talk like he's a YN, or talk like he's some young boy, it's just, I don't know, it's just uncomfortable for me. I don't get the whole Yeet stuff, but I do believe that he's going to win this. I think Jimmy's going to come out and he's going to help his brother, and they should be, it should be alright. I think it's going to be an alright match. In the main event for night 1 of WrestleMania 41, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Okay, so this match, it's kind of weird to me. They're not fighting over any title or no number 1 contendership, which I think would be a better idea. They just kind of like bickering at each other because they don't like each other, and whatever they doing with Paul Heyman, is Paul with CM or is Paul with Roman, and how does Seth fit into this? Like Seth just, I don't get Seth character anymore. I don't get it. Roman Reigns fan, big OTC fan, been a Roman Reigns fan even before he was the tribal chief, even back when he was the big dog. Fan of Roman Reigns. I don't see him winning this. I think CM Punk's going to win this, and he's going to probably hug and embrace Paul, and next thing you know, Brock Lesnar come out. That's how I see it. I don't know where they go after this, but I do see them giving this to CM Punk. Okay, so now we're on to night 2 of WrestleMania 41, and in night 2 we have Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and Raquel, and I don't care. This made no sense to me. Last year, Bayley was one of the main events for WrestleMania 40, and after that and leading up to SummerSlam, she was doing pretty good. After SummerSlam, I don't know, they kind of spotty with my girl, and I don't like that. I like Lyra and everything. I feel like she's missing something, but she should be defending that title. She should be defending that title against Bayley, make that title feel like something. I don't even think has a match. Chelsea for her U.S. title. She don't even have a match. Like, what was the point of having these mid cards? I mean, that's what the women's tag title basically is. It's a mid card for the women. They probably just should have kept it with that, in my opinion. Nonetheless, I think Liv and Raquel, they're going to keep the tag titles. Moving along, we have Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I don't know if there's like a stipulation on this. I don't know if it's like a street fight. It should be a street fight because the way these boys were going at it. It definitely should be a street fight. Drew deserves better. You're probably going to see that online and you feel it yourself. Drew deserves better. At the same time, I don't want to take anything away from Damian Priest because he is a high mid-carder main eventer. He does come across a little dry, a little boring at times. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about him, but I can't fully get behind him because I don't fully believe in him. And he has a good look. I think he could put on some more muscle. I do think that. I think he needs to pick like exactly what his character is. Is he biker taker or is he like dark side taker? Because he like, I don't know. I know he's being himself, but if you want to compare him to someone, is either biker taker or dark side dead man taker. I don't know. But they both need this. but I think that's going to go to Drew. Moving along, we have the Fatal 4-Way for the IC title, which is Braun Breaker, who is the champion, versus Dominic Mysterio, versus Finn Balor, versus Penta. I don't know if Penta needed to be in this. I don't know. I don't know if Penta needed to be in this. I feel like he just got here, and they probably could have gave it to Ludwig, who's been doing a lot of the heavy work. You know, just taking Penta and everything. I like Penta. I'm not the biggest fan of his work yet, but I do like him. I do think that Braun Breaker's probably gonna drop this, and he's gonna be moving on to the World Heavyweight title. He should. Actually, I think they probably could have skipped him with the IC title and just moved him to the World Heavyweight Championship. But nonetheless, I think Finn is gonna win this. I think Finn's gonna win this. Finn needs a win. Dominic has never won at WrestleMania, so you might as well keep that streak going for a little bit. And give this to Finn and just see what happens from there. Next we have AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Another match that I felt like was just tossed in. Folk do not like Logan Paul. I like Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul's alright. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's a good character. I love AJ Styles. AJ Styles is awesome. At the same time, I don't know if this is a WrestleMania like match. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out when we watch it, but give it to AJ Styles. Logan Paul can afford to lose. AJ Styles cannot afford to lose at WrestleMania. He basically just came back. Up next, we got Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, and I know and I feel that Io's going to keep this. It should have been one-on-one. It should have been Io versus Bianca, or they just should have had a match with Bianca versus Rhea, and it didn't have to be for a title. They could have had Io versus somebody else for her women's world title, whatever they call it out there. What's that? I just call it the Raw Women's title. Anyway, I don't like how Rhea inserted herself. I'm not a fan of the Rhea character, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan. I see like a lot of backlash towards Bianca, and I don't like that at all. But I think Bianca versus Rhea one-on-one would have been solid, and they could have had Io Deuce with somebody else. You know what I mean? But I think Io is going to get this one. I hate the way they've been mugging her in the face week after week after week. That's another reason why I feel that she's going to win this. You know, she's looked at as an underdog and against these two powerhouses and everything. So, yeah, Io got this. Our main event. Well, before we get to main event, I think Randy's going to have a match. He probably going to have a mystery opponent. People are saying that it's what's the GM called? I forget his name. People think it's going to be the GM guy and everything, but I think it may be the return of Aleister Black. I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool. So we should see. Anyway, the main event, we have Cody versus John Cena. Alright, hold up here. Now, this was supposed to be epic. This was supposed to be a huge, big deal. And it was disappointing. John Cena turned in heel. Okay, first of all, let's go back. John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber, and then he turns on Cody, and then him, The Rock, and Travis Scott beat the hell out of Cody Rhodes. Then John Cena's not on for 2 weeks. Cody Rhodes is out there talking and everything. Like, Cody should have been like going at him, like chasing him, breaking into his house, messing with him on a movie set, things of that nature. And Cody he just been a little too cool with it, in my opinion. Then we go on to why John Cena turned heel, and his reasoning to me makes no sense, because John Cena has been loved. You know, way back in the day, people hated him. But John Cena started getting a lot of love when he went to Hollywood. He was making guest appearances coming back. Like, people have been loving him and appreciating him. It don't feel right. It feels fake. It doesn't feel organic. His social media, he's still posting the positive stuff. And like, he just wanted to turn against the fans. This man has been doing all this stuff for these children, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and the stuff he does for the military and Hollywood and the donations, and he's just using this character to turn bad. Like, this works for like The Rock, who was my second favorite wrestler of all time, behind Roman Reigns. But Hollywood Cena, this version of Cena, it don't feel right. They didn't do anything to change it. And I know he said, listen, I'm not giving you anything special. But they probably should have gave us something special. We probably should have got some different music, some different kind of like lighting, or some different type of clothing. He just comes out slowly. He don't run no more, and he don't smile and bump hands with the fans anymore. With that being said, I think Cena's gonna win this. So maybe they'll give us a little bit more afterwards. Maybe having Cody chase him for the title afterwards would be a lot more exciting. So far, it's just been two guys saying nasty, mean things to each other. And that's that. Anyway, that's my prediction for WrestleMania 41. If you like this video, I know it's a long one, but give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Peace. Namaste.